Hello everybody, welcome to the channel. It is February 28th, 2026, and we're tapping in. I'm gonna tap in for a quick message for y'all. I got some things I gotta do here in a short while, but I figure we'll check in real quick. So what we got going on now is we got the magistrate there, and we got this curator is now talking to some folks who they're saying, like, the Israelis want the curator to like back off. They need a new strategy or something. Apparently there's a daughter that they want to transfer this magistrate into. Now, I don't know if these are Zionists or the fake, whatever. Just take it as it resonates. But this is what's going on. Yeah, so he's being guided to, there's judgment. He's being guided to back off so that they can approach it in a new manner. They need a relationship. They need an entanglement. He's not able to just transfer this woman, because if he does, he'll transfer the crown and the root, which is the whole tribe of Lyra and the whole lion and the whole tribe of the jaguar, which I believe is the Egyptians who have been united. Root and crown. And so these nasty destiny swappers and soul harvesters, these consumers of earth angel energy and soul, want desperately to get an entanglement and then get that. So but first they have to pretend like they're your friend, and because being your opposition isn't working. In the central energy, what do we have for this magistrate? What's going on with the magistrate, and what is happening with this transfer, this daughter of these Zionists or whatever the hell that wants to transfer the universal gatekeeper of this magistrate into their daughter and then claim this chosen one's rainbow covenant with the Most High God and their things. So we've got the wheel is turning and it's in the upright. So we got some good luck. In the challenge position, we've got weary. So you're weary. Your soul is weary, and these jackasses keep pushing in. It's been centuries. They are relentlessly violating the sanctity of the sacred space of sacred souls connected to the sun, connected to the light, the golden ones. In the subconscious, the true golden ones, not the harvesters of. We've got maintaining control. So you're maintaining control of yourself. It's like they're not able to harvest you. It's like this is a fantasy and a dream, and God and the lion of the family of the lion and the family of the jaguar are all listening to these strategies. It's incredible. They can't transfer this woman, because if they do, they'll transfer the entire crown and root, which is both of these tribes, into their safe space. And then, of course, they will lose that safe space. So they have to figure out how to disconnect this magistrate from her protection, and they're calling it an attachment, but it's a protection, and it's a mighty shield given to her by the Most High God, Rainbow Covenant holder. And you've got these jackasses who are actual devils out there, of course, warring with God, because they want to harvest this energy and then call themselves that. In the recent past, we've got total love and support. So there could have been some kind of reunion, a homecoming, could have happened in the spirit. Might not happen in the 3D. So it's going to happen in the 3D, but these ones want to stop it. They want to harvest this magistrate before she gets an opportunity to present herself to the actual sleeper people. Somebody has failed and they're in regret. In the near future, in the near future, we've got the moon. So something that was hidden is no longer hidden. Somebody misinterpreted the messaging. So they put this curator in charge of interpreting the earth angels' messaging. They've been consuming earth angels, the light-bodied actual sons and daughters of the sun, for some time. They've been harvesting out their soul value and then replacing them in their identity. We are their sacrifices, and they get paid tax money every time that they do a sacrifice for their child. There was a woman who was online saying that If every woman who has a child gets that child gets a paycheck every month until they're 18, and that's their tax money. So every child, right, is paired with a sacrifice, and then they get to draw off of that sacrifice their wealth and their effort for 18 years. That's where your tax money is going. It's going to the one who sacrificed you. So the Knight of Pentacles is here. Routine. Hard work. In the environment, we've got the Two of Wands. So there's travel plans. Making progress. Hopes and fears. The Sun. A rebirth. So we have some folks out there wanting to get all smushy cushy with you because, you know, that you're their enemy and they need your harvest. What's the outcome? Nine of Swords. Somebody's in a nightmare. The Sun has been reborn. Well, we're going to see. We got the Queen of Wands. Has been researching the history of the star. And yeah, there was abandonment and theft here. And the divine masculine knows the truth because of the strength that has been exhibited and the courage and the law of cause and effect. Justice will be served for the empress. These entities keep trying to offload her soul value and identity and all of that shit into their nasty little Jezebel hoe bag and have her take this position as though she's some chosen one. It is just not. They're getting divorced out of the energy. They're getting disconnected by the Most High God. He's fed up with this effing devil taking advantage of the charity in this territory of the divine masculine who actually has love. So there's some heavy, I don't know why there's some heavy metal shit coming down. I don't know, whatever that means to you. Maybe they're listening to heavy metal as they go into battle. I don't know. Take it as it resonates. This is going to be a real quick one. I think we'll maybe make 3 more passes. I'll just try to do it quickly. I just wanted to get a morning read because we got a lot of stuff going on. We've only got 2 months, apparently, until, like, in April 2nd, there's supposed to be a war, and Iran is apparently involved in this. And I don't know that it's a physical war as much as it is a spiritual war. Take it as it resonates. It's supposed to start April 2nd and end of April. We've got the Wheel of Fortune here in the central energy. Escape. The wheel is turning. Somebody wants to vanish. They're crushed by the burdens of reality. They don't know what they were thinking. They're challenged because you are weary, but you're still very much firm in your stance. Your faith is being tested. Savings. You're weary. You're resilient. Anticipating needs prevents last-minute scrambles. A financial cushion provides comfort during tough times. So they could be challenged by your savings, by your light. Look at all this light there. So it's money, right? They see you as money. This beautiful, bright, shining light. So we got the Seven of Wands here. You're maintaining control within this challenge. They want to come up and consume your soul, Empress. They want to be seen as you they want to be seen as though they have this actual soul value, this hoe that's having babies for cash money. That's their only reason. And they're like so foul. They're fuck you. You know, they're so freaking foul over those of us who are working, those of us who were sacrificed when they had a child so that their child could pull off of us and our wealth. the earth angels. And that's why they think they own all of us, because this is the system that they've had. They're very upset. They keep telling me to be quiet. And you know what? I mean, obviously they don't worship the same God that walks with me, the Rainbow Covenant holder, the one that's aligned with our chakra system. They're not in alignment with our Heavenly Father. They consume the soul of the light-bodied family, but and then call themselves that, but they're not in alignment with that. They're in alignment with the devil, and they do sacrificing of the actual earth angels in order to gain this wealth. And it's the truth. So you're maintaining control, and we've got no exit in this competition. You're persevering. So they had you trapped. Trapped in an infinite loop. So you maintained control over yourself in this infinite loop of thousands of years of birth and death cycles. They could not destroy you. Regardless of the many, many, many times that they burned you alive and unalived you in many other torturous ways. In the recent past, we've got divine union here. You are recognized. Oh, wait, there's no exit for third party. Okay, so you're maintaining control, and there's no exit for this third party enemy. This unfaithful, disloyal, cruel, bitter, jealous, envious hoe. There's no exit. You're maintaining control of your energy. You're maintaining control of your identity and all that God has given you. God is cutting these people out because they're coming after to consume the royal status of a family member who is now protected by the jaguar. There are 1 and 2. It's the lion, and right next to the lion is the tribe of the jaguar. And these entities are nowhere near that. They're just frauds, consuming earth angels, using their spiritual gifts and their energy to harm other people. Every nasty thing that they've done will be done to them, and they're fighting desperately to make certain that that doesn't happen, and they will never get out of it. They won't get out of it. They're sandwiched. They are like the cream cheese of the Oreo cookie. They're sandwiched between two kitties, and they are nothing but the little white pus in the middle of that cookie. Oh, somebody's going to be licking that shit up. Somebody's going to be licking that shit up. Oh, yes. Walls are closing in. Divine love. So this walls are closing in. Removing the walls built by cultural differences, sexual orientation, or other divides that once seemed unbreakable. There is no more space for denial, only for resolution. Removing the walls built by cultural differences and all of these other things. So this is a total love and support of the divine family, regardless of where you're at in this world. If your heart is pure and you're not out there trying to eat other people's souls, then, you know, you're probably a decent person. So somebody's in regret here with the 5 of Cups. It could be that the walls are closing in on them. Yeah. They're in regret. The money worshippers are in regret. They have failed to keep divine love apart. They're making plans. They want to transfer this magistrate into one of their little hoe daughters. That's so fucked up, man. Be careful with these Zionists coming in trying to collaborate with you right now, because their intention is to do a soul transfer into one of their daughters. These frauds. So the moon is in the reverse. Things are no longer hidden. You can see what's going on here. Somebody may be confused. They misinterpreted your divine messaging. They mistranslated the divine messaging, and they got themselves caught up in a trap. They got themselves identified. They're distracted. So everything that was in the dark is now in the light, and now there's a lot of distractions happening. Everything that they did to others will be done to them. They're very upset. They want to get rid of this magistrate. They want to destroy this tree of life, this planetary stabilizer. They want to destroy this one that is energizing everything and everyone. They want to destroy this royal daughter of the lion. There's probably more than one, and sons. But you know, it's quite interesting how people, these ones, believe that by consuming the blood and the flesh of an earth angel, they become just like them. So they do this every Sunday. They're making sacrifices every Sunday, whether you know it or not. It's not just symbolic. They're actually got this big basement, and they do these stupid things to gather up the golden nuggets in jars and then cover them in the sin and the blame and the shame of this environment. Every Sunday, they're sacrificing an earth angel and consuming it. And it's not the same one. There are so many out there, and they get consumed on a regular basis. Babies, it doesn't matter the age. They like the young ones. Apparently, the soul is more powerful at that stage because they just came out of the upper dimensional spaces, right? So they get off. They get off on it. Get off on it. They miss their deadline. Somebody wants to make an offer, but they miss their deadline for their sacrifice. These dead men, they have the value of dead men. They've been siphoning life off of earth angels and consuming them for centuries, and they are dead. In fact, you'll probably see them decompose rather rapidly. Whatever. We got the Two of Wands here, leaving home, making travel plans. Union, love, balance. Interesting. Chasing material gain at the cost of deeper connections, valuing wealth over emotional bonds, profit prioritized, heart overlooked. So there's travel plans for Mr. The love of money, and we've got a rebirth for the sun. The sun has been reborn. There is a rebirth for the family of light. They're coming back into their joy. These happiness haters can no longer mutate their expression. The sun, you're moving into your destiny, your pairing, your twin flame match. Passionate love and strong desire bring you fulfillment and joy. Destined to be together, your happy ending is assured. Strong, unbreakable bond. Now, these ones know that this is coming for you. And this magistrate, and what they want to do is they want to transfer this magistrate's soul value, identity, and memories, and the energetic expression into their Jezebel copycat. Their Jezebel copycat does not have the rainbow chakra or the rainbow covenant with the Most High God. However, they do have powerful, baneful magic that appears that they can make it look like they are. Even though they're really foul in the energy and they're really foul in the mental body. They aren't an earth angel, and no matter how many earth angels they consume, they're still dirty, rotten, thieving, red rumming hoe bags. Malicious entities, worthless. So we got the Nine of Swords here. We got nightmares. Somebody's going to have a freaking nightmare is what they're going to have. Oh, yes, because they want to come in and consume the soul of God's chosen universal gatekeeper. These people are stupid. Literally, they're stupid in the freaking kabasa. There's going to be some trauma here and imprisonment for trying. Anybody who moves against this magistrate, there is a protection order her. There is a demand that they treat her with respect. They're not supposed to approach her, touch her, do anything with her. And here they are strategizing and planning, and both tribes of the kitty cat heard them. And these assholes are going to get licked up like the little white pus of the Oreo that they are here in the middle ground. Casanova mimicked the value of a strong, independent woman while he was out there effing the rest. fucking around in this energy, trying to make it look like she was a hoe bag. What a piece of shit. Now they're overloaded. The process involves too many steps and slows down the progress. They are overloaded. They cannot transfer out this soul. They cannot claim it. It's been emancipated. It's been embraced and folded, wed into another tribe, which is now right there with the tribe of the lion, number 1 and number 2. And these lousy little efforts that have been siphoning the wealth out of the earth angel family, the tribe of the lion, calling themselves golden here when all they are is red roaming thieves and eaters of earth angels, they're in big ass trouble is what they are. And they're overloaded. Too many damn responsibilities. Look, the divine feminine is getting an unexpected surprise. So, the surprises that spark introspection and lead to emotional breakthroughs, unseen moments of joy that challenge your perception of what truly matters. Unexpected joys reveal hidden depths and profound connections. Profound connections. Take the first step in reaching out, establishing dialogue, initiate conversations that lead to deeper understanding and multiple messages throughout different forms. The other day, there was the message that with guidance from above, you will know who to reject and who is your person. So you will know when your person arrives, and it could be that you're going to be led into going to some kind of an event. You may go to do something that's going to reveal hidden depths and profound connections. You may go to some kind of an event. I don't know, yoga, sound baths, whatever interests you. You may go do that. So you're taking the first step and you're going into that. But there's this guidance from above. You may be driven gently into the location where you're going to meet your person. Your channel is being promoted. You have a far reach. You can reach out to the edges of the multiverse, and that, I believe, is why this is happening now. You were able to get out of that jar and then amplify your mind and just holler, 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 help, help, help. So your channel is promoted. You are heard. So you're getting random thoughts and making steady progress. They made an unfair assessment of your ability to be flexible when they threw you in the trash. They thought if they threw you in the trash and then shit all over your head and buried you, transferred Kaparat, all the shame and the blame of their sinful behaviors onto you, if they threw you in that trash and then Kaparatted all the sin and the shame and the blame of all their sinful behaviors, covered you in that trash in it, they underestimated your ability to bend without breaking. They're getting your family ties are giving them an ultimatum. The tribe of the lion, the tribe of the jaguar are giving them an ultimatum right now because they used you for sudden wealth. They used you. They had you stuck in a bad routine. They were driving your mind into bad circumstances, and they were raking in the cash from your suffering, from your failure. They were getting the prize every time they caused you a failure. So now they're caught in tensions. They're in a damn trap, and they want to get out of it. They want to transfer this magistrate who all these men, all these sorcerers, these covens of fucking sex magicians and shit. As an individual and as a collective, as many collectives, were not able to overcome this magistrate, this daughter of the lion. They're furious. They want now, this curator's like, she's mine, she's mine, she's mine. He's trying to gather an army to go after her because he claims that this medicine gives him a right to harvest the strength and the power and the gifts of her soul, which is absolute fallacy because the medicine itself, every component of this medicine comes from the mother. They don't own jack shit. Now, they may have cursed it, hexed it, put magic on it, but all that stuff is going to be canceled out too. It's like, it's just stupid. So it's a fantasy, and now they're starting to realize it. So their big bad guru is over there telling them that now we need to switch it up. You know, the Israelis want to befriend this person because they have a daughter over there that they want to transfer the power and the soul value of this magistrate into. And once again, I don't know if these are Zionists. I'm thinking they probably are because those are the ones that are pretending to be a tribe that they are not. They're harvesting. off of that family tree and pretending to be something they're not. And they've got the gifts of the earth angels that they consumed, and they also have this technology and weaponry that they use. I'm not coming down on the whatever that is, okay? I'm coming down on those nasties that have been hurting everybody. So the Wheel of Fortune is turning, and somebody is crushed by the burdens of reality. They backstabbed you. They escaped you. I mean, you escaped their backstabbing, their malicious deception. And that's the reality. You are weary of them taking your money. Look, the true colors are seen. You are weary. Your faith has been tested. The true colors are seen. We've got savings here. You are where the wealth is. You are where the wealth is. You're the one who makes life cushy, easy. And you've maintained control here. And the third party that's been pulling off of your womb, pulling off of your energy, is not going to get away. They're not going to get away. They cannot get out of this mess on your soul value. God knows you. And they want to transfer your soul into their daughter, but, with their magic and shit. And apparently this has worked for centuries. This has worked. But apparently this tree has not been united like this either. It was this lion tribe was paired with this other tribe in a marriage contract. And they were using that connection to have access to these upper spaces, and then to consume the earth angels in those spaces, to sacrifice them and get rid of them every time they had a child, and then that child would assume the identity of, and then they would get their tax payment every month from the sacrifices labor. That's why 40% of your wages are going to them every month. This system of this current realm, or of the previous realm, was running on sacrifice of earth angels. The tribe of Lyra was the victim of these other entities, and now they paired with the jaguar, and these entities are going to get effed just like they've been effing everybody else. They think it's so fun, they're going to experience it, is what they're going to get. Miss you. Sure they do. There's no freaking exit. Miss you. They don't miss shit. Okay? They miss the money that they were siphoning out of your soul. They miss the pain. And they miss the unconditional love that you always gave them. God said enough is a fuck enough, man. You worthless cowards. 10 of Cups here. You're removing the walls built by cultural differences. This is unity. Okay? This is you're either a decent soul that wants to get along in life and be the best that you can be, and you want your whole community to be that, or you're just coming in to tear it down and siphon it and be a freaking criminal that wants failure for others. So we've got side hustle in the reverse. So in this new territory, that the walls of cultural differences are being torn down. There's no side hustling of the essence of these people. There's this total love and support. No side hustle. Those many worshipers, those who were side hustling the essence of the earth angels, are in regret. They have failed here. They're not very nice. They're not nice at all. They're very arrogant, very cruel, very brutal. I had a vision of men in black coats down to the knee, and they had these black top hats on or whatever. And they were out in this cemetery or something, and there was a big tree, and they were all facing this tree, and there was like a stone, and there was a man there, and he had a baby by the leg, a white child with red hair, and all these men were like humping the air and doing that stuff, and then this man up there with the child by the leg started smashing it onto this thing like they do the chickens and stuff. They were transferring sin or whatever onto the redheaded child. They hate the gingers for some reason. So anyway, that's what they were doing. And this is bad, man. It's a bad, baneful magic practice of transferring the soul value of people and the sin onto those people. They stick you in a freaking jar, these golden nuggets, and then they pour all of this shit, all of the sin, all of the blame, all of the shame, everything into that jar with you. And they force you to carry it. They love to hate you. They come in, they act like they love you, but they actually hate you. These are your enemies. And they've been having sex with their enemies. They've been marrying their enemies. And then they've been sacrificing their enemies and replacing them with copycats, harvesting the soul value and the identity and the memory of God's family that they have sworn to protect. And they lied. They betrayed every member of the Lyran family, every single one. And they're out there wearing the soul value and essence shining bright like a star, but they're not. They're a feeder, a needless feeder. Everything is out in the open now, and we've got a lot of distractions. They're like, what the hell is going on? Subtle clues hint at impending danger, a breath away from potential turmoil. In the closeness of peril lies caution's call. So, the mother said that these ones will not be obtaining this magistrate, and that she should be prepared that whoever tries is not going to survive. They will try, and there may be some chaos coming into your life, but whatever it is, they won't survive, and they will not be obtaining you. So you don't have to worry about that, but you may have some kind of chaos. Somebody's going to come in and try. So be prepared. They're in a distraction. It could very well be that anybody who comes forward with this love-hate intention of money worship will have an accident. Like anybody attempting to drive toward you to do a bad thing to you is going to have impending danger, leading to turmoil. So their routine investment, their little teeny tiny investment, sacrificing earth angels to the devil for profit, for gain. They've missed their deadline for a sacrifice. Now, they missed their deadline for a sacrifice, but they're still going for it. They're still stalking this magistrate or this universal gatekeeper. They're still stalking them, and they're still planning on transferring the soul value and identity into a daughter of an Israeli or a Zionist, whatever you want to call them. They're trapped in a cycle with no end in sight, and we've got memories. So now they're thinking about what they've done. They're thinking about you. We've got Two of Wands here, leaving home, chasing material gains. So somebody's got making travel plans for this profit prioritized Casanova gigolo. They may want to try to travel toward you. They want to try to reconnect. Oh, they got bad news. They got to get the F out of the territory. They got to get the F gone. Because these guys are in the upper dimensional space, dressed up in the light and the energy and the soul value and the identity of an actual earth angel, but they're getting tax dollars because their child took the identity of a sacrifice. So this is the system that they're operating in over there. It appears that this is what's happening. They're warning me not to talk about it. Apparently, I'm going to get unalived, because of speaking the truth. But it is what it is. And if I am the daughter of a lion, just like many of you, then it's my responsibility to speak out on it. There is a rebirth for the sun. You're moving into your destiny, passionate love, and a strong, unbreakable bond. No matter what these guys try to throw in or run through the mind. The pitiful thing about it is that this Casanova and these nasty fuckers here, they really did a number on the reputation of the father. And they did it on purpose. They wanted the mother and the child and other men to be afraid. Well, Mr. Arrogant is not going to get his way. This is not arrogant. This is not egotistical. It's not prideful. And this is not a karmic tie relationship. This is bad news. The sun is moving into their destiny, and it's not there's no arrogant my way or the highway, and there's no karmic ties. It's a beautiful twin flame union. And those assholes here that wanted to drain the life force out of earth angels, out of the tribe of Lyra, in order to gain gifts and abilities and wealth, They're in a Nine of Swords nightmare. They're feeling hopeless and they're going to be imprisoned. They could be in a mental prison. They're going to get locked down because they're trying to steal the soul and the identity of God's chosen universal gatekeeper, the daughter of the tribe of Lion. These people are screwed, man. They've been consuming the soul value and wearing the face and committing crimes, heinous crimes. And they've been driving these people, hypnotizing their minds, doing magic over their minds, and then driving them into really foul, nasty circumstances, and then broadcasting it through the galaxy, saying that is what they are. Or they're just bragging about their ability to drive the earth angels into a path of destruction using their own tribe's gifts and energy. They're using their own tribe's gifts and energy against the daughters of that tribe. They've infiltrated and harvested. So, we've got Nine of Swords, trauma, despair, imprisonment, consequences of non-compliance. So they did not do any of the work. They did not honor their vows. This is a severe and lasting consequence. There are hidden dangers, hidden legal dangers threatening their peace. Your family. So this whole family that was doing this is going to prison, or they're being imprisoned by your new family, the tribe of Lyra and the family of the Jaguar. Yeah, this toxic lifestyle of doing nothing, just siphoning the energy out of earth angels and profiting and just being a little bitch. Yeah, they're losing sleep now. Everybody's dying, or this is the end of this bullshit. And there's legal matters over what they did with your spiritual gifts, how they harmed people with the gifts that they harvested, and they unalived people that had spiritual gifts, and then they used those spiritual gifts to traumatize and torture others. They had no business being in this space. They did not have the responsibility or the care or the compassion to be kind. They used these spiritual gifts that they stole from this powerful divine feminines, and they tortured others with those gifts. So the others that they were doing this to thought it was you because they were wearing your face and your energy. They had transferred your soul value into them, and then they traumatized the whole world wearing the universal gatekeeper's face, the planetary mother's energy. And they left them single. They were happily single. There was a whole bunch of rejecting with this pop the question. They left this person alone, and they covered her in the shame and the blame of their nasty shit that they were doing. This crap that they were doing with her energy, they were putting the shame and the blame of it in this jar that they had her trapped in. And it made it appear as though she was doing all this stuff, and it wasn't the case at all. These magical illusionists, they're not, I don't think, going to get the opportunity to ever play in this energy again. God said that they are the new fodder. They've been feeding on this family for centuries, and they will be fed on. Their whole entire family is going to be imprisoned and fed upon. They're out there strategizing about their daughter getting this magistrate's soul value and this rainbow covenant covenant, and they want the universal gatekeeper position so that they can continue their universal prostitution of the human being. The slavery system throughout the universe. These guys are going to go down. You know, the tribe, the Most High God, the tribe of the Lion, has a backup now. The crown and the root are together. The crown is there, accepting everybody who actually deserves it, and the root is collecting every foul thing that has been feeding on the crown. You guys are now the fodder for the root. You are the fertilizer for the soil of this tree. Isn't that lovely? You little Jezebel. Identity thief. Single. They left you alone. They left you single. They left you isolated. They backstabbed you. They did not honor their vow. They got a marriage contract, and the only reason they had that marriage contract is because of the value of your soul. They wanted to harvest it. They wanted to feed on it. And they wanted to be a big guy with their other bros that they could sell and prostitute your womb energy to. These fuckers are foul, man. Nine of Wands, you are weary. They shall not destroy your soul. Per God. You've got savings. You've earned a lot of dharma. You have earned a lot of dharma. You are a valuable soul. You are the wealth of the world. And these ones have been siphoning it. Your womb has eternal life. And this uninvited guest has been feeding on it. Now, they're saying that this Satan or whatever, is this big bad bully Satan is going to come up and devour this magistrate. They want to sacrifice this magistrate to the Satan, and then they want to replace her with this daughter of Zion or whatever. Or whatever these people are. We got the clown is being silenced. Or maybe they're trying to be quiet. They're drinking. They're having a problem. Because your protector is protecting you. Dedicated. You're the key, man. And you're going to meet your person soon. And you're going to get a new beginning. A safe haven. Yeah. So you are maintaining control here. You're persevering through these challenges. There's no exit for these third-party hoe bags. They miss you. Well, isn't that just too damn bad? She misses you. She wants your identity back, and she's got a whole bunch of nasty jacks and their mothers or their wives coming trying to get their daughters to replace you. They want their daughter to dress up in your freaking identity and replace you, to be seen as you. And, this is a fight. This is a effing fight. They want to take your life again, as they have many times before. And this time, it's going a little bit differently. This time, you sobered up. This time, you had, what? A second death, a third death. I don't know about you, but I nearly died many times in this life. And which potentially means that in another timeline, I did. So I've gone through many deaths in this lifetime, and things are different now. They expected me to be gone 30 years ago. And they failed. And they failed every moment of every day since then. And they were running great deals of insanity through my mind over the last 20 years. The whole group of these psychic geniuses thought that I was insane because of the torture they were running through me. So I was alone. And they all thought, well, since she's insane, let's just put more shit on her, right? We'll just put more shit on her. All of them did not do their research. All of them who know that this shit is going on did not even try to discover what they were doing to this powerful universal gatekeeper. They just said, oh, she's a prostitute. Oh, she's insane. And they spit upon her. And now they want her to raise them up, lift them up. They want her identity. They want to be her. She went through the impossible path. She endured an incredible amount of this tribe's brutality for centuries. And now they want to come in and play friend. They want to say, oh, let's be friends. Let's collaborate. Fuck no. That's what happened last time. She collaborated with them. And it wasn't a collaboration at all. It was a competition. And they wound up unaliving her, accusing her of a crime, and then convicting her deceitfully, and then consuming her soul value for centuries. This time, they're going to fuck all the way off. No more side hustle in this territory. There is total love and divine support. We've got removing the walls built by cultural differences. And you know what this is? We've got a vast amount of skillful, willful family members here from a variety of spaces and places throughout the realms, with a variety of connections of the Star Nation Soul Tribe families. There are many, many, many skills and powers here, working together without prejudice, without bias, and without a need to be greater than the other, because we recognize that combining our skills makes us that which overcomes a challenger. Divide and conquer is a real thing. When we come together in unity and stop hating each other, then we can really get a lot of shit done, and we can get it done quickly. So there's no more side hustle. of this territory. Absolutely not. There's protections in here. We got photographs, we got names, we got faces, we got places. We know exactly who's doing what. They're in the Five of Cups energy. They're in the loss and regret. They have failed. This money worshiper who is loving to hate you. They hated the fact that you were loved. This is your enemy. They wanted to sacrifice you and get paid for it because their goal was a commitment to making certain that you did not produce any more children. They wanted to eliminate the tribe of Lyra, the tribe of the lion. You are a cat, a daughter of the lion. And I don't know, you could like dogs and cats. All of the animals may like you. You may be the pet of God. You may be the apple of his eye. So all that was hidden is now revealed, and these people are distracted. Anybody who comes toward you with evil intent shall get into an accident, or something's going to happen. So we've got look for, investigation, explore, search, encounter, meet by chance, love at first sight, crush. So there's a distraction here. They might be looking for you. They want to encounter, yeah, anybody. So anybody who's coming forward, looking for you to interfere with this reunion or this encounter, they want to, they're going to get a crash. They're not permitted to come into your energy. They're not permitted to associate with you. They're not permitted to have anything to do with this energy, these gifts, or even a conversation. They've been saying that it takes a simple exchange of words in order to transfer something. That is sufficient, these voodoo priestesses say, or whatever. So we got the Knight of Pentacles here. Hard work. They've been hard at work trying to get those pentacles, and they've missed their deadline. They're thinking about the past, and there's divine timing. They're starting to remember divine timing. We've got the Two of Wands, making travel plans. Somebody's chasing material gains, and they got some bad news. Those who were interested in the value of the soul of an archangel rather than the love are getting bad news. It's an empty room. They will no longer be sleeping with, in relationship with, marrying, or having anything to do with these earth angels, these daughters and sons of the lion or the jaguar. Daughters and sons of the lion or the jaguar, they are level 1 and 2 here in the power, in the hierarchy. And these ones will no longer be in those energies. They have lost their opportunity to siphon the wealth out of a valuable upper soul, soprano soul. These low-level devils will not be feeding on you anymore. This is the end. This is the end. You are the rose. So there is a rebirth of the sun. You're moving into your destiny, a strong, unbreakable bond and passionate love. This is not arrogant. It is not selfish. It is not all about me. This is not karmic ties. This is a real deal. This is your person, Rose. Passionate love. The rose, the one who suffered so greatly so that these other asshats could gain. You're the rose. You've become far greater than any of your enemies. None of them could beat you. The whole freaking tribe and the covens that they could convince in the universe to come after you did. And they're still trying. And the mother said to be prepared, they're not going to survive. So they will try and they will die. They're not very intelligent. They're just greedy and needy, and they're malicious, and they're freaking psychotic. They can't think straight. So we got the Nine of Swords, trauma and despair over this imprisonment of their family, or imprisonment by your new family. They're in trouble. They're in big ass trouble. They ate so many souls. They tortured so many souls. It wasn't just that they unalived them and ate them. It was no soft kill. It was they went in and they spent they got as many hours of pleasure out of their suffering as they could. All that's coming back. All of that's going to be done to the family of these ones, including their own self. There's a breakup. They're going to be imprisoned. There's a breakup for this family. They are no longer connected here. And they will be separated. They're in a nightmare. They're in imprisonment. Their whole family is experiencing a breakup and a separation. This is the end. They will no longer be enjoying the energy and the gifts of the tribe of Lyra. They will no longer be dressing themselves up in the energy of the sun. And they will no longer use that energy to harm and hurt others. They're probably going to get their minds sanitized or whatever. They're going to lose their magical abilities and all of their skills. They're running away. They're running away. They're trying to run away from the key. You found the core of the problem, and now you get to rest. You get a new beginning. And this mirror. So you found the core of the problem. This what does that say? Yeah. So the mirror. This nasty Jezebel Hobag who was gratefully receiving the download of a proper soul, darling, and then presenting themselves as that in the sacred space. The sun is going down on them and they miss you. Of course they do. There's divine intervention because you stayed firm and you got your mind clear. You were able to pull it all out and get yourself seen, recognized, identified, stable, secure, firm, and solid. You know who you are, and that means the universe can tell who you are. You're easily transmuting all of this shit that these nasties have been putting on you. Your energy is clean and pure. You keep it that way because you've been dealing with these nasty magical attacks for a long time. And you've had to manage yourself well and get through your life in a good way during it. And you did. You were sacrificed to the shadows and they used you as an exhibit throughout the universe. They found it very, very fun, very, very satisfying to let everybody throughout the universe, their little slave colonies, know exactly what they were doing to the universal gatekeeper, the planetary mother, the stabilizer. They wanted them to know how unstable she was, and it was a crime. It was a crime for them to tap into this mind and to do the forbidden shit that they did here. So there's a reconciliation. The truth is seen, the truth has been discovered, and it is known. And the clown is being silenced and let go. What does that say? The snake. The snake. Be silent, mofo. So you solved the puzzle. And now of drinking. So drinking opens the mind, it opens the gates, it opens the chakra system. It allows all of these entities just come in and have a great time. Drinking is the gate opener. It is the gateway drug. It allows devils to come into your temple and have a great time with your mind. They make it legal because it's their profit system. They get in there and then they mess with your talent, your gifts, your natural skills by being a hoe. This reckless sex. So it's cooling down because you've solved the mystery here. That's how they were tormenting people. And now they're sorry. There'll be an eternal regret. They're going to get torment. These toxic attachments are going to get arrested. They're in trouble. It's a miracle. So let's see. I got one more. What deck should I use? It's a miracle. Well, I think I'll just no. Let's see here. I haven't used this one in a while. Let's do this one. Let's get a little bit more real quick. Those stupid red shoes, man. I just, you got the church with those stupid little red shoes, and I'm sorry, man. That's not God-oriented. So we got the Wheel of Fortune turning here. They're burdens. They're being crushed by the burdens of reality. They are a deceiver, love bombing, mind gaming, pain, cheat, infidel, leaving you isolated, independent, and alone after they promised you. They promised you and they betrayed you. So all of those, you're weary, you're resilient, and you're staying there. You got the savings, you got the light. It is all you. The value is all you. And the true colors are seen between you and this other. The uninvited guest is surprised. There's a big change happening here for the third wheel enemy. The true colors are seen. So the love bombing, gaslighting asshat that's been siphoning your soul is that. And this is you. You have the value. And they contracted with you deceitfully only so that they can siphon off of you. And they're still planning it. We got some folks out there that they have a daughter that they want to transfer this God's rainbow covenant holder, universal gatekeeper into this powerful light, this powerful darkness. These queasy Jeezies, they think that her dark friends are weak. They think the family of the Jaguar is weak. She's reached her goals. She has made it to the top of that freaking mountain. She's made it into her purpose and into her destination. There's no exit for this third party hoe. They miss you. They want to transfer this identity into themselves and then claim it. It's all imagination. So we've got 10 of Cups, total love and support, removing the walls built by cultural differences. There will be no side hustle here. You're not feeding on no damn soul, whether it be a human being or an animal. Look, photographic evidence of what they've been doing into the imagination. So they've been screwing around with the mind, the memories of the mind. And it could very well be that their memories in their mind is being tapped or affected. They all thought it was a good idea, but it was just a fantasy that they was insisting was reality. I mean, just because a weed can grow for a number of years or centuries doesn't mean that eventually God won't see and pull the damn thing, right? So we got the 5 of Cups. They're in regret. They have failed. This is a money worshiper who pretended to love you but actually hated you. This is your enemy, this pet. They saw you as an animal. They saw you as nothing. Maybe this is an animal. Maybe this is an intelligent animal. One of them CRISPR, genetically modified human organisms that thought they were creating an unbeatable army. This little stupid curator, he genetically modified people and spliced and diced and did all kinds of shit, thinking that he was going to be the most magnificent. All they had to do was consume the angel's soul, right? And then they could be just like them with all these additional animal powers. Well, piss off. They're not part of the family. They're no longer family. They're being ejected out of the family. They didn't want to have a family with you. They're in regret for not having a family with you. What was hidden is now seen, and there's a distraction here. If they come moving forward with you, trying to get into your energy, they will have an accident. They're in peril. Anybody who tries to interfere in this encounter of you and your twin flame will be confined. And it's not going to just be, oh, put you in the cell and throw the keys. No. What have you all been doing to people that you throw behind bars? I mean, really? I mean, once they get people behind bars, they just do whatever they want to. They own the soul at that point. So you got the Knight of Pentacles. They've been hard work at this routine, and they've missed their deadline for this sacrifice. They're in a cycle that has no end, and they're looking at the memories, this divine timing. They got to repeat the history. They got to go back and live and learn the proper way. They got to go through every single thing that they put you through. They got to experience every single thing that they made the family of light experience. They will experience the pain and the suffering. We've got the 2 of Wands here. They're making travel plans for Mr. Chasing Quick Gains, Mr. Betray Love, throw it in the trash and then take big shits on it so that they can be wealthy. Yeah, so there's bad news. There's an empty room here. No people, the end of their sexual deviant opportunity, because you remained calm and you managed yourself well. You stayed stable during their vicious interferences. You have inner peace. There is a rebirth for the sun. You're moving into passionate love and an unbreakable bond. This is not an arrogant karmic tie for the rose. This little Casanova here, they got to leave. They failed. They're getting kicked out. They got to get out of your house, man. They've been living in your house. This a-hole contracted with you, and then unalived you and replaced you with somebody else, downloaded your soul value, your memories, your identity into somebody else. They've been living in your house, spending your money, calling themselves royal while calling you a peasant, spitting on you, shitting on you, treating you like you're nothing, because they're arrogant, freaking psychotic individuals. They freaking CRISPR'd themselves right out of the book of life. And the only way they can get into it is by consuming somebody who actually is alive. Isn't that something? We've got the rose and we've got homeless. So homeless, failure, passionate love. You're coming into a passionate love. Somebody has failed. Somebody is getting cast away because you have earned a lot of merit. The rose has earned a lot of merit while they were cast away. So they sacrificed you. They used you as an exhibit. They broadcast your pain and suffering and the driving, manipulation, bullshit that they were doing to you to cause you to be a prostitute, to cause you to be loose, to cause you to be anger, rage, whatever. And these assholes were driving the earth angels that they were consuming and the energy of, and then they were using their own energy to drive them into a south node, karmic energy. You aren't that. You are the rose, and you have earned a lot of merit while you had been cast away. So it's like your reputation is being cleared. And they're in a nightmare, a 9 of Swords nightmare, imprisonment, family, breakup, separation, end of the mask wearers. This is the end of this stupid freaking replace and pretend shit. You're going to have sweet dreams and you're going to receive justice. Because those people who were tempted to move against you and these tribes are going to get dealt with by your alliances. You just relax. You honored your vow. You are family with the seen and the unseen. You have earned great merit. While the rose, they sacrificed you, Rose. They sacrificed you right out of that upper dimensional space that you belonged in and replaced you with somebody else. They kicked you out. But while you were out, you earned great merit. The real you is seen. You aren't what they said you were. This is you. This is your true colors, and you're weary. You're weary. Your soul is weary. They've been consuming. The truth is seen. The uninvited guest, third wheel enemy, has been effing around here, and this is the end of them being in this thing. They're protesting, of course. They're protesting because they had collaborated to steal your dream. They feel it belongs to them. They've been wearing your energy for so damn long. They truly believe that your soul value is theirs, that they own it, that you have no rights, that the tribe, your Star Nation soul tribe, where your soul comes from, has no rights to reclaim their daughter. They're sick over your freaking halo, over your channel promotion, over your connection, over the bridge, over this beautiful communication that you got going on. They're sick over it. That people actually still care for the child of you, of God. They actually still care for you after everything that they cast the illusion of you. These prideful people are very stressed out. They could be having a lot of stuff going on in their mental body because they did send out a lot of mental magic. They did send out a lot of breakup spells. These guys curse themselves. They will have nobody that wants to be with them, ever. There's evidence of what they did with other people's gifts. They were consuming the earth angels and using their gifts to hurt people, and they're being stopped from marrying anybody and entering into that fate. Their fate is they can no longer have relationship or contract or entanglement or the ability or the permission or any other thing to gain access through a marriage contract. They cannot marry anybody. Absolutely the fuck not. And those people who, this coach is furious. Look, everybody's fighting. Everybody's full of fury and everybody's fighting. Well, I had asked that fury fill their minds, and I am glad to see that it's happening. Yes, I am. Because you persevered through the whole network of these people trying to steal your gain. This is the conclusion of that. And they are in a trap. They are trapped because of the history of what they have done to you, to the blessing. They caused a nightmare for you, trying to rob you And now that's coming back on them. They will have a nightmare. Everybody will be stealing from them. They were indulging, gluttonous, and now they're being separated from whatever it is that they loved. They're losing it. They want to compromise. There's a hesitation here. They want to be part of your reward. They want to apologize for the work that they did against you because you triumphed over the magic and the bullying. So now they want to compromise. They're praying, right? They're praying to get with you again because you love yourself. All of the beauty comes from you. And they gave you nothing but a natural disaster. You've got good news. They're being rejected from the king of the mountain, the tribe of the lion. The sweethearts are getting the money and the business and the real estate and the children. They're getting everything that these ones tried to steal from them and have stolen from them. They are in danger now. They are in danger. They are in danger. They need help. They need mercy. They're being dominated now. The dominators are being unalived. Those who are dominating others, those who've been destiny swapping, those who have been punishing earth angels and covering them in the blame and the shame of their own foul deeds are going to experience death. You are okay. They strategized against you to mess your mind, and you are okay. You are stable, and you earned eternal love by remaining in control of yourself, by withstanding the brutality of this vicious attack by men who are presenting themselves as leaders, guides, guardians, fathers, brothers. They're blind now. They were blind in their commitment. Maybe they're committed to making you blind, and now they will be blind. Look, they're not going to be messing around with this vitality of your new family tree. They just won't. You're getting a new family tree. They have cursed themselves with mental disturbances. They have cursed themselves with this religious witchery, this schizophrenia. And now they're afraid, and they can't shut it off. It won't stop. Of course it won't. They're overloaded. They're going to have to withstand at least 22 years of it. And I don't think they will be able to. But they might be able to. Maybe they will. They've been dressed up in the earth angel energy for a long time. Maybe they were able to glean some of those good qualities. So they are scheduled for loneliness and for sickness, for disease. And you're getting ready for your reward because you are a high value individual. You're a high value couple. So that's that. You're coming together with your spouse, your upper divine dimensional spouse. The illusions that these ones were casting throughout the galaxy about the earth women being whores was a lie, and now their true colors are being seen. They are the true value, and all of these other uninvited guests that are in those upper dimensional territories wearing the energy of you are seen as third-party whores, and they're going to be getting out. There's a big change happening, and there will be a confinement. So anybody attempting to come forward and get into your energy that does not belong is going to be taken out by the Most High God. They will be unfreedomed. They will be. They will lose everything because they're no longer hidden. They are no longer hidden. Everything is seen. They are being looked for. Anybody who's looking for, anybody who's investigating, anybody who's searching for you, trying to gain an encounter and interfere with this destiny, your twin flame, will be arrested and confined eternally. They've missed their deadline. They need to leave you alone and let you move into your space. But these ones refuse, and so they will need to be dealt with swiftly. We're breaking up with the mask-wearing gigolo and Jezebel, who so gleefully enjoy unaliving people and assuming the identity and then getting paid while they suffer and work so fucking hard, while 40% of their tax dollars are given to the identity of a child that was the cause of your sacrifice. That's the message, and I'll see you on the next one, everybody. Bye.